morning students. Today in the third video of chapter 1 standard 6 SS, let's know history. Okay, today is the third lecture of the chapter 1 standard 6 SS, let's know history. In my first video I explained about social science, what is history, and also the sources which tells us about history, Talpatras and Bhojpatras which I explained. In second video I explained about inscription, Tamrapatras, copper plate, coins, okay, punchmark, okay. Then I also explained about some other sources like archaeologists, historians, travelers. Through this thing we come to know about history. My dear student, history is divided in two parts, okay. In my second video, last 3 minutes I said about after Christ and before Christ, anno domino, okay. So today I am going to explain about this thing, okay. What is called AD? In your notebook you will, in your textbook you will find the word AD or CE, the word AD or CE. Here I have done AD. AD means anno domini, means after Christ. Anno domini, anno domini means after Christ, okay, means the common era. And before Christ, my dear student, history is divided into two parts, before Christ and after Christ. Why it is called, why history is divided before Christ and after Christ? Because Christianity is spreaded in most of all the nations of the world. Christianity is spread in most of all the nations of the world. So in order to stop chaos, we have used same date and same year what other countries are using, and other countries they are using uh, the system of before Christ and after Christ. That's why here I have written, as Christianity is associated with most of the nation of the world, so my dear student, date and day everything is divided according to the after Christ or before Christ. Now take the example. Here this is the year of Jesus' birth. This is the year of Jesus' birth. So after Jesus' birth, first century, second century, third century, fourth century, fifth century, and today it is considered as the 21st century. Today it is considered as a 21st century. My dear student, from the year 1 till 100, that is called first century, okay. After Christ, 101 till 200, that is called second century, third century, fourth century, fifth century, and this year, this is called 2020. This is called 2020, okay. That comes between 2001 till 2300, okay, sorry, 2100, okay. So our year comes in between, that is called, it is called 21st century. Why it is called 21st century? Because after end of this year 2020 comes between 2001 till 2100, that is why it is called 21st century, and today it is the 21st century. Got it? So that is called anno domino. Anno domino means after Christ, okay. Another word is common era. Another word is common era. While before Christ first century, before Christ 200 years, before Christ 300 years, before Christ 400 years, before Christ 500 years. Got it? One century means 100 years. Century means 100 years. Okay. So history is divided into two parts. Okay. BC and AD. BC means before Christ. Before Christ. You will find at some places before Christ era, BCE. BCE. You will find BCE. Before common era. Okay. And here that is called common era. Got it? So history is divided into two. Why? After Jesus and before Jesus. Okay. So there is a less period between before first century before Christ and after Christ. Okay. When we go here, okay, it is far. So distance between the first century after Christ and before Christ is small. Okay. So here Jesus birth is there. Before Jesus birth 100 years. Before Jesus birth 200 years. Before Jesus birth 300 years. Like that it is going on. And here after Jesus. Got it? So history is divided into two things. Okay. Now when we consider about Bharat, the word Bharat. Bharat means our country. Bharat means our country. Our country has two names. Bharat plus India. Bharat plus India. But how the word comes Bharat? My dear student, at that time, the people belong to Bharat caste. Okay? The people, a group of people named Bharat, they settled. They came to India and they settled in northwest. And from that name, we have got the name. We have got the name Bharat, and that is mentioned in the our old book that is called Rig Veda. There are four Vedas. There are four Vedas in our Hinduism. Okay, Sam Veda, Atharva Veda, Rig Veda, and Yajur Veda. So in Rig Veda, it is mentioned about Bharat. Okay, and from that word we are getting the name of our country, Bharat. Why? Another name, India. Now, how the word India is come? My dear student, the word India comes from the word Indus. Indus, it's the name of one of the river. Indus is one of the river. In another name of that river is Sindhu. Another word is Sindhu. Okay. In English we are saying Indus. Okay. How the word India comes, that I am going to explain. Okay. The name India. The name India comes from the river Indus. From the river Indus. Indus means Sindhu. Okay. Indus means Sindhu river. My dear student, here I have written the people of Iran and Greece. The people of Iran and Greece, they were familiar with this Indus river. Okay, when I will explain about the Mohenjo-daro and Lothal, that time I am going to explain about this river that is called Indus Valley Civilization. Okay, Indus Valley, Indus River Valley Civilization. Okay, and my dear student, from that word Indus, the word India comes. Got it? So the people of Iran, they were calling, instead of Indus, they are calling Hindus. They were using the word Hindus. Okay, and the Greek people, they were using the word Indus. So from that word Indus, we have got name India. Got it? So today we have learned about two things about AD and BC. Today we have learned about AD and BC and how we have got the name India and Bharat. Got it? Next time we will learn more. Thank you.